Welcome to Talking Again podcast. This is The Tap. I am your host, Fidel Avendano. Thank you for tuning in to the podcast with stories from fascinating people, some of them my closest friends and family. I hope you enjoy the show. Now let's tap into it. What's up, everybody? This is Fidel Avendano Jr., Talking Again podcast. We're here on another episode. I believe this is going to be Tap 50. Or is it? No, I'm sorry. This is Tap 51. This is one episode shy of my 1 year anniversary. So,
wow.
Yeah. And here today I have Vicky and Oscar. They are the owners of the new barbershop here in Baldwin Park, California, and it's called the Notorious House of Fades.
Yep.
Yeah. And if you guys don't know, we are obviously not in the Tap Studios. We are here at their official place of business. Again, look, it's in Baldwin Park. Let's just give out the address right now.
14308 Ramona Boulevard, Baldwin Park, California, 91706.
Boom, there you have it. So, what's going on? How are we doing?
Good.
Everything good?
Great. We're trying to get through this governor shutdown for the second time.
Insane.
Second time.
We've been talking. We kind of talked a little bit about the conspiracy theory behind it, but we'll get after that a little later. We'll get after that a little later. I do want to talk to you. I've been wanting to get and talk to you for a long time. Obviously, you know, even how we talk podcasts, and we did a little thing at your shop.
Right.
The 420. You remember that event? That was really cool. I liked it. It was fun. I was like, that one was one of those things where that was our first ever live event, and I'm like, we did another one after that, and I really got the bug for it. I haven't been able to do any more. Some of it due to the pandemic, but new podcast, you know, new way of doing things. But we'll get back into the lives. Maybe our next live will be here.
Once we get our doors open.
Yeah, that'll be cool. But yeah, I finally got you, Vicky, on because I wanted to talk to you a little bit about owning your business, how you got started. You're so young, and you've had your business for quite some time now.
I've had a Cut and Shave Barbershop for 7 years.
Yeah.
A little bit shy of 7 years. Yeah. August 17th would have been my 7th year.
Right.
Due to this government shutdown for the second time, I don't know if we will be open by our 7th anniversary. Right now, we're focusing on getting the Notorious House of Fades going. My brother is my business partner now. Boom. So, I mean, right now, it's been a little difficult. We were shut down back in March for the first time. Everything was unknown. We don't know how long it's going to last. We don't know. Everything was, we don't know. Mm-hmm. So, you know, unfortunately, that shutdown lasted about a little bit shy of 3 months, I want to say.
Yeah.
A little bit shy of 3 months. In our industry, I think it's been the first in history where, I mean, you know, you can't work. You have to be shut down. And I don't want any barbers out there, any upcoming barbers to get discouraged. Yeah. You know, this is a very, very good industry. You make a lot of money. You meet a lot of people. It's a very good industry. You know, I don't want anybody to stray away from, you know, this industry because of what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, he was a phlebotomist and left his job to do this.
I'm sorry. What's a phlebotomist?
I draw blood from people. Okay. I extract blood from your arm.
Okay.
That's what I did.
That seems really like I probably should have known that, but I'm not that. You know, I'm just a podcaster.
Yeah, you know, and I originally wanted to go into corrections.
Okay.
I went to college. I got my degree. I did an internship in Chino, and you know, ended up doing this. My mom, my grandma, they're all licensed barbers. I'm the 3rd generation. He's the 4th. We have another sister that does it too. We all went into our own careers and ended up coming back into what my mom wanted us to do.
Yeah.
The good side about that is that we tried it. You know, we went out, we tried with something else, and we just came back into what she originally wanted us to get into.
Not only did you just try it, I think shout out to your mom because she may have encouraged you maybe to try it.
Oh yeah.
Like, hey, go try it out. Like, she didn't force you to get into the family business.
Us. Yeah, no, she never forced us.
Yeah.
She did push it, you know. She's been doing this business for so long. Yeah. She pushed us in the beginning to I don't want to say pushed us. She tried to open our eyes to doing what she did.
Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes we don't know how exactly she did it, you know, raising 4 of us, $4 a haircut back in the 90s, early 90s, $4 a haircut. I had a quinceañera. My sister had a quinceañera. I mean, she wasn't a single mom. My dad too, but you got to take it back to $4 a haircut. And some barbers now at $20 a haircut can't survive.
Yeah.
You know, so sometimes I'm like, how the heck did she do it?
Right.
How did she? Or not only her, people back in the 90s. You know what I mean? Like in our industry, $5 a haircut, $3. The most expensive haircut back in the day was probably $10, and everybody was like, "Oh shit, that's expensive."
Yeah.
You know, with her, she did $4 a haircut for 13 years, and started up her own business shortly after. I graduated from high school, and that's what she wanted me to do. And I was like, I don't want to do that right now. I didn't know what I wanted to do.
Let me be me.
Let me be me. Yeah. And I went to college, graduated, did an internship for Chino. Didn't feel like that was where I belonged. Yeah. And I got into barbering. Yeah. I got into barbering. And I loved it. From the moment that I was in barber school, 3 months later, got a job offer at I don't know if I could say their name, but Jesse's Barbershop in East LA. That was my first barbershop. And I was going there after school. Yeah. Unlicensed, but I was going there after school. And hit it off from there. Is
Jesse's Barbershop still
running?
Still operating?
Still running. One of the oldest barbershops in East LA off of Cesar Chavez and Mott. Yeah. And I believe they've even been in movies. American Me. I think they were in American Me. Yeah. One of the most classic barbershops you can walk into in East LA. Yeah. Yeah. That's
cool. Did you, going back to your mom real quick, do you guys think that she was like, oh yeah, you guys go try your thing, and then just kind of hanging out in the back like, they'll be back. They'll be back.
Maybe.
Somewhat, like, did she know, like, kind of like, they'll be back.
Eventually we'll get there.
Yeah.
That type of thing. Yeah,
did any of you either work at her shop before you guys went out and did barber
Personally,
show?
me, no, but.
I worked for her in 2007. And then I worked for her literally 6 months. Yeah. When you live together and work together, it's not a good combination.
Right.
So I moved out of her house, and then I got into my own barbershop. Not my own that I owned, but I started working for some lady. And I stuck around with her for like about a year. I got another job offer, moved there. I was at 3 different shops before I started owning my own.
How long? So, 2 years? 2-3 years?
Like 3 years.
3 years?
3 years.
Damn.
3 years after graduating from barber school, I got into having my own shop.
That's cool, dude. Yeah. Like just to think it took 3 years for you to start your own.
Yeah.
What was your motivation to start your own?
You know what? I don't want to call out anybody, but I worked for a local shop.
Yeah.
And the owner, she was so.
We narrowed it down 50-50. It's she.
Yeah.
So I got that part.
It's a she. She used to try to micromanage you in the sense like, hey, Fidel, why are you wearing that red hat?
Oh, shit.
And you
would
have
been
like,
great
hey,
again.
Fidel, why are you wearing, you know what I mean? Like, how does my red hat affect how I'm going to cut somebody's hair?
Right.
You know what I mean? That's just an example of how she was. So working for somebody like that opened my eyes to maybe, I don't want to say my own rules. I don't want to say I was a rebel and like, I don't want to follow your rules. But you don't treat people that way, you know? I work with my hands, not with my hat, not with my shoes, not with my pants. You know what I mean? So to me, it was like I wanted to be different. I wanted to be a different boss. I swore that I would never be like her. And I've, to this day, hope I haven't became like her.
I'll say, I was going to say, like, I have been to your shop, I don't know, maybe 3 years have I been going over there? And yeah, there's a diverse set of barbers that you have, there's you got from all different skins and whatever color tones, whatever you want to say, but it's different styles. Everybody has different styles, and you've been really cool about it, like
I mean, I don't care what you're wearing as long as you're doing your job. And our job is so simple, where you have to come in, treat people like they're the most important person at the time, because you have to dedicate your time to that customer that's sitting in your chair and do your job. Yeah. There's nothing hard about being a barber. Yeah. There's nothing hard about being a barber. Some people try to make it harder than what it is, but other than that, you come in, you make your money, and you go home. Right.
Well, Oscar, you said that there's something fun about this.
Oh, yeah.
So elaborate a little bit more. When is it fun for you?
I mean, just cutting in general, I feel like it's an artistry, like just the simplest thing, it's fun just to do that. Just a simple cut, even though it's not a zero fade. People think, oh, you could do that at home. Yeah, you can, I guess. Yeah. But there's like a level to it, but you just got to evolve with it. Like, oh, trends go away, but they come back. The thing is, you got to focus on that. And people don't realize that until actually you get into it. Yeah. So, I mean, to me, that's the fun of it.
Right. No, yeah, like you said, it is an art. There's an art to it. Not only that, but the passionate part of it, right? Because when you're passionate about doing it, then you're never going to complain about going to work. Exactly. And that goes for anything, right? But so what do you say about people that come in and go that you just said right now? I could do that kind of haircut in my house, you know?
What I love about the whole COVID thing, everyone did try that.
Yeah.
So that was the fun part. Like you hear them like, oh man, I did my own cut, and they take off their hat. Oh, can you help me out? Can you fix this? I'm like, bro, like I love that you tried and you understand my work. It's really important. So I'll help you. Shit's funny. I love that you put it out there, and let me help you out now. So yeah, that was the funny part. I loved it. Everybody tried it.
The easiest haircuts, we were getting calls. My wife messed me up. She thought it, it looked so easy. And like he said, the easiest haircut that you can probably say, yeah, I could do that at home. You didn't.
Yeah.
You weren't able to. Your wife wasn't able to. So yeah, there's a little. I don't want to say complex, but yeah, I guess artistry to our craft.
It can be complex, like, especially I grew up cutting my own hair, just because. Well, I mean, actually, when I was young, I used to go to Barbershop, but then it was an old school barber in Monte. He used to hit us with the razor. Well, not the razor, with the clippers. He was one of those guys, those big heavy clippers, and he used to hit us in the head when we were moving around. Oh, no. Old school, dude. So we started going there after a while because of the drama, the trauma, but anyways, I started cutting my own hair, and I thought, this is easy. I can start doing it. So I started fading up other people. That was when it was really easy, and I used to think I used to do a really good job. Now, mind you, it would take me about an hour and a half to do one person's haircut. Yeah, it was terrible. It was bad, but nobody wanted to pay, and this is when we were only paying $6 or $7. But we were young, dumb, and anyways, I was still cutting my own hair on my own. 3 mirrors. I would have to use 3 mirrors, cut my own hair, and then I was, you know what? Let me just go to a barbershop, and I started going because it felt good, right? Getting treated, getting that haircut. Close my eyes, fall asleep sometimes, until I tried doing it again on my own. Not COVID, before all that. I tried doing it again on my own. I literally butchered my hair. I think I came in and I asked for Alex, and I was like, "Hey man, you gotta fix this, man," because it was really bad. I just don't have it anymore. It's not that I don't have it anymore. I don't think I ever had it. But I assumed I did, and then all my friends were saying, "Hey, you got pretty good hair." Mind you, they never come back. But anyways, that goes to show you, like, people that think they can cut their own hair, it's not as easy as you think it is, or you'll do it, but unless you're doing one clip, and even then, when you do one clip, you still leave a bunch of and you feel it on a windy day. You could feel those hairs coming out.
Stragglers there,
But anyways, that was just my little experience with cutting hair. Every time you post something about I need a barber, I'm like, maybe I should go in there. I think the first day you'd probably kick me out. What are speaking of which, what are some of the crazy horror stories that you've had with barbers that come in, and then you kind of just got to go, hey, I'm sorry, man, but it's just not working out.
I give anybody a shot that has a license,
right?
And I know we all started the same way, and I do it because I started the same way. Like I said, 3 months into barber school, I got a job offer. I took it. I didn't have a license, but I look at my pictures from my haircuts when I first began, and I look at them now, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what was I doing? Or why did this person offer me a job? You know? But I've done the same thing. I think everybody deserves a shot. I've had guys that show me pictures, and I'm like, oh yeah, dude, yeah, you have skills,
Yeah.
I don't know why it doesn't show up when they're at the shop. I'm like, did you really do that haircut, or whose work is this? But yeah, no, we've had a few, we've had a few doozies out there, like
it's just a filter, or something.
Something, or like, oh, my homie, I cut my hair on my homie, and I'm like, yeah, let me see.
Yeah.
And yeah, it looks good on the picture and everything. And then I'm like, yeah, come in, you can do, you're doable, like, you're passable. And their first haircut, I'm like, what happened to the picture you showed me? Like,
where's your resume? Yeah, where's your resume work?
What happened? But no, there's it's always good to give somebody a shot. You never know.
Right.
You know what I mean? You never know. Like I said, we all started in the same place. Like, we didn't know how to do a fade. We didn't know how to do a regular one all around. I'm open to giving everybody a shot. The only thing I look for is for that person to want to work.
Yeah.
You have to want it. You can't just, right now, due to COVID, I have customers that have become barbers. They didn't come back to us no more. They've been buying supplies, and they send me pictures, and hey, they're doing a good job, But I think they just turned to it because everybody was looking for a barber at the time. Everybody was looking. And to me, it's like, if you really want to get into it, go to school.
Right.
You can't get a job without the license. You can't. you know.
Unless you go to Jesse's in LA.
Unless you go to Jesse's in LA, yeah, and they hire you. But
no, that was years ago in the thing.
No, yeah, but it's a good career.
Yeah,
it's a really good career.
Is it a career that like you said, you go to school, get your license, but do you have to have, like we were talking about having art or the art of it? Do you have to have that talent? Or do you have to go get taught the talent?
You know what? Some people are natural at
so.
cutting. It comes very easy to some people, and there's other people that struggle to learn it. It can be taught. You know what I mean? When you were cutting your own hair,
right?
How did you feel when you were doing it?
Or
when you were cutting your friend's hair?
Well, yeah, that was about an hour and a half. My hair took about 2 hours. My friend's hair took about an hour and a half. How did I feel? It felt like a struggle. It felt like a struggle every single time, trying to get that fade, trying to make sure that it's right. And even then, like, we gotta go higher now. We gotta go higher now. You know what I mean? Like, it was a struggle.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I have that natural talent. Maybe if I was taught certain things, but even because I think about that, like, what if I just went to school and then learned how to do maybe like the fundamentals, but if you don't have, I don't think, maybe how they say it's in the wrist, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
but see, that's common though, because everybody always thinks that, oh man, it's 2 hours, it's an hour and a half when you're starting, and you think you're like the worst barber, and you start second guessing yourself. But you have to realize everyone's going through that. So all you gotta do is push through and just master it. Take your time, and it'll come. That's all it is.
Yeah. Is that how some of yours were, like hour and a half, 2 hours, same thing?
Correct. Yeah.
So you're speaking from experience.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah. All right. So when I said about the horror stories, I was telling you about something that happened to me, and it was I don't mind saying it. It was a barbershop. I don't remember the name, but it was a barbershop by Mike's Pizza, which is here in Baldwin Park. You guys know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's not there anymore, right? I think they closed it down. No. I was there, and I was getting a haircut. I went there every single time. This is before you were around, and the lady was on her phone. She kept going on her phone back and forth, like arguing with her husband about something, right? Arguing. And at the time I wasn't doing zero fades, and for whatever reason she took the clip off, maybe to change to the other clip. And when she came back from being frustrated, she just went here. She started on the top of my forehead and went and just cut it. Oh, well, te lo puedo arreglar. And I'm like, no, you can't. Just shave it all off. You can't. She's like, no, pues no te voy a cobrar. Pues no te iba a pagar. I'm like, what? I wasn't going to pay you for this. What are you And then she just totally messed up my hair. And I got upset. I told the owner, and she's like, sorry, she's not with us anymore. I'm like, well, I didn't want you to fire her. Yeah. And she's like, no. We got rid of her because she had personal issues. You're not the first. Okay. Those are the kind of stories that I was asking. Did you get anything like that?
Yes, and I'm going to tell you right now. One of my best friends got her barber's license, and I gave her a shot, Stephanie.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
The guy, I don't know. She must have been nervous. It was her first day. The guy asked for a 1 and a 0. And that's the easiest haircut you can do. You blend it in with the half.
Did she give him the friar tuck?
She reversed it. She did a 0 and a 1, and I was like, what are you doing? Yeah. And then she's like, I don't know. And then I was like, dude, what are you doing? I had to just go in there and do a 0 and then go the electric razor so it could just look a little different.
Somewhat
you know what
blended.
I mean? We were able to save it, but I mean, how can you think the 0 was gonna go on top? You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it was probably nerves. Yeah. And we were able to save that one, but we've had a lot of them. Wow. Sometimes recently, as a matter of fact, when one of the last barbers that we hired before we got shut down, her clip fell off.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And she's all like, come here. And I was all like, and then the guy had a big old patch on the top of his head, and I was like, oh.
Pretty much like how you
said. Yeah, exactly like that.
But it was in the middle, so I was like, let's try to blend it in, go. Right. He had asked for a 2 and a 0, so I was like, dang, how are you gonna go from a 2 to a 0, and blend in that little hole? So I was like, you know what, guy, her clip fell off. I'm not gonna charge you. Let me go down to a 1. He's like, yeah. So we were able to fix it. We blended it in and stuff. But yeah, dude, accidents happen, and sometimes it's not an accident. Sometimes the barber just doesn't know what they're doing. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, like I said, we all start the same way. Sometimes it's just the nerves of being at a barbershop. You know, you're at a barbershop. You have all these people watching you. You have all these people with their eyes on you. When you're the new barber, everybody's looking at you because they're trying to see what you can do.
Right.
So not only the people that are waiting, your coworkers are like, let me see if this fool can fade.
Yeah, you know? Yeah. To see how he does under pressure.
Yeah. So I mean, sometimes your nerves get the best of you.
Yeah. So about average time, how long do you think the nerves go away, Oscar?
I say within 3 months.
Yeah. 3 months of constant
boom, work, because you still doubt yourself, and then you do good, and then there's days when you do bad, and then I mean, obviously, she's a professional, like more experience and everything. So you get like all these criticism, which you definitely need to be better. So you're like, first you're like, oh, you're mean. But in reality, she's really helping you to be better. So I say give it 3 to 4 months. Just be dedicated and hardworking and be patient. That's it.
Yeah. It's that constructive criticism.
That's
right?
what I tell everybody that has worked for me when they're new. I always tell them you have to be open to criticism. You know, if I don't tell you, one of them is going to tell you. You have to be open. Don't get butthurt. This is not a place. This is not the type of job where you want to have
put the pride aside.
Feelings.
Put the pride aside for a little bit. Yeah.
You know, even customers sometimes they'll be like, "What the hell?" You know, and it's like you feel stupid at the time. I've gone through it. He's gone through it. Sad to say, guys go through it less. Less.
Okay.
We tend to see it, and he's told me I see it
after a while.
If he messed somebody up, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, dog, it's cool. Shake hands, pound it,
yeah.
Still give him a $5 tip." If I were to mess somebody up, they'd be like, "What the?
Yeah,
that's
you
so
just
true.
Messed up my haircut. Who's the boss? Who's the owner? You know what I mean? Like." Yeah. I've gone through that in the beginning of my career.
Yeah. And they've all came to me. They're like, "Oh, she messed me up." I'm like, "Oh, well, she's actually the best one." And they're like, "Nah, she's not the best one."
Yeah.
All the guys tell you secretly though.
Yeah.
Blame the women. That's crazy.
You know, and I think that's across the board anywhere you go.
Anywhere.
Right?
Yeah.
That's where people say that there is no male chauvinist kind of thing. Like there still is. There's always going to be that male chauvinist.
Always.
You know?
Definitely.
And it sucks. It's very unfortunate, but yeah, I get it, and it sucks.
It's sad.
But she thought it's sad. Oh man, I forgot I was gonna ask you something about Jesus Christ, I forgot.
Take another shot.
Take another shot. Exactly. No, it was. We do need to take another shot. No, I forgot. I totally just blanked out on that one. No, okay. I was gonna say we were talking about you giving people a shot, giving people a chance. I've personally seen, and you've talked to me about it, is when I say, "Hey, well, what happened to the new guy or the new person?" And you said you let him go, but not because of what the performance, but because of the attitude, because of the they were showing up on their own time, leaving early, leaving when they wanted to, coming in, taking breaks when the customers are in and out, not coming in on time for their appointments, like all those things were like those are the reasons why you're like it's not working out.
Right.
How? Now, because we're in an age where it's hard to get young people to be accountable for their stuff. They always have an excuse and the world's against me, this and that. How have you been able to see that? Or
you know what? I'm going to tell you one thing.
As far as age-wise?
I had a very good crew a few years back. I want to say within the last year, I've changed everybody.
Mm-hmm. When Oscar got here?
When Oscar got here, yeah. No, he was the youngest one. You know, when did you start? Like 3 years ago? You were what, 20?
2 years and a half.
He was like 23, 24. Yeah. It was, and it maybe because he's my brother or whatever, but he was the only one that was always on time. Yeah. I don't know what it was, responsibility with your children, but the way I see it is no matter if you don't clock into my barbershop, it's still a job.
Yeah.
And it's a job like any other job. So I had a very hard time keeping my staff to respect the fact that I wanted them to be there on time. Mm-hmm. And to me, something that's very important is punctuality.
Yeah.
You know, it says a lot about you.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a new crew now, I think 19 and 20-year-olds. And they shock me, dude. Yeah. I have one that's there 5 minutes before we have to open. I have one that's there right on time. But I haven't had that luck all the time. I've had other young guys that I've let go because I'm like, be here 8 to 5, 9 to 7, and it's 10:30 and they're walking in, and I'm like, what happened?
Yeah.
Oh, like I woke up late. Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't have to clock in. Well, it's still your job.
Yeah.
You know, and if you worked at Target, they're not gonna be like, oh, well, don't worry about it. Mm-hmm. No, go home.
Yeah.
You want to sleep in? Go home.
Yeah.
I've let go of people because they don't want to come in during the holidays. We open early, we close early.
Yeah.
7 a.m. we're gone by 1.
Yeah.
I had this one guy that tells me, fuck no, you want us to wake up at the butt crack of dawn. And I said, I had a customer in my chair, so I don't like to yell at you.
Shit.
I don't like to talk back to you, yell at you, raise my voice when I have people there, because I don't like that done to me.
Right.
So I finished my haircut. I still was able to catch him outside. And I said, hey, what's up? And he's like, oh, what's up? And I was like, I go, you're really not going to come tomorrow? He goes, you want us to come in at 7. I want to sleep in.
Yeah.
It's Thanksgiving. And I'm like, it's one of the busiest days of the year. And we open early, but we close early, you know?
Yeah.
He's like, I'll be here at 11. And I was like, we close at 1. Why do I want you here for like 2 hours, you know?
Yeah.
You know what? Go ahead and sleep in. He goes, really? And I'm like, yeah, go clear your station. Oh, for real? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was just kidding. I was like, it didn't sound like you were kidding.
Yeah.
Go clear your station. It's that simple. To me, it's like, do you want to make money or do you not want to make money?
Yeah.
That's one of the busiest times for us. So there should be no excuse.
Mm-hmm.
You know, something personal, a death, something. Sure, why not? I have family coming in from out of town. Sure, why not?
Yeah.
You know, but when that's what we do during the holidays. You've been with me for a while. Everybody does it. All shops are open at 6 a.m., 7 a.m. during the holidays, and you're gone by 1 or 2.
Right.
You know, so if you don't want to work, don't bother wasting my time.
Yeah.
You know, that's just how I am.
Yeah,
if you don't want to put in work, you don't want to put in time, don't bother wasting my time.
Right.
That's just how.
No, it
like
makes
I said,
sense.
That's just how I am.
It makes perfect sense.
You know, at the end of the day, it's my reputation on the line.
Right.
It's not yours. They're not gonna be like, oh, Oscar's late. They're gonna be like, nah, everybody at that shop's always late.
Right.
Those barbers are never there.
Mm-hmm.
I came in twice. Oscar wasn't there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just too.
No. That's a good work ethic to have, and then that's what we're talking about is people having that good work ethic. Where I think you had mentioned like your crew's very young. I think these kids now, these 19, 21-year-olds, they're growing with Instagram, the social media, and they can see how powerful that device, that medium, that forum could do. So they know that they have to work hard, post it online. I'm sure they're always posting their pictures because it's going to get them to a next level. Maybe they're going to open their own shop.
Right. And that's, I always tell them that, dude, like, that's our goal as a barber. That's the highest position you can have. You know, you can't be in a manager. No, the next step to renting your station or, being here, being at a barbershop is owning your own barbershop. I worked at 3 shops before I owned mine. This is his first, we're collabing in this one, but maybe in a few years he'll do his own thing. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like I said, that's the ultimate goal as a barber.
Or buy you out of this one.
Something. You know, for me, this is my 3rd shop.
Yeah.
My first one, cut and shave barbershop. My second one was cut and shave number 2 in Azusa.
Oh, right, yeah.
Unfortunately, didn't make it. I had 9 months and things were up and down and I couldn't dedicate as much time as I wanted to that one. I had to shut it down. I was losing money. This is my 3rd venture. I brought him as a partner. So, we're excited. Yeah. We want to get our doors open. We want to have a whole new crew. Yeah. We have 8 stations to fill. We want young, hungry people. That's what we want, and we want to open our doors soon, but this damn COVID.
No, it's crazy. Everybody's going through it. I mean, every businesses are going through it, especially with you guys right now, because we were talking about earlier, the shampoo part of it, the shaving. You guys can't do the shaving anymore.
Facials,
So it sucks, but at least they're going to allow you now to cut outside of your place of business, right?
Yeah. Right. That just came out today. We're going to be allowed to cut outside of our establishment under a tent. Same disinfecting rules are going to apply. We're going to use disposable capes. We're going to bleach down our chairs, our equipment, wear masks, both the customer and the barber. Everybody's safety is our main priority.
Yeah.
But at least we get to open our doors, even if it's outside.
Right. Open your doors just for the breeze. No, Oscar, are you the only one at this shop right now?
Yes. As of right now. Yeah. We're working on it.
Yeah.
We have a couple of people applying, wanting to work for us, but we're going to take our time due to the COVID. So we're just going to take our time step by step. Yeah.
Are you guys getting a lot of traffic as far as foot traffic? Because you guys are on Ramona, busy street, right in front of the park here, Morgan Park, right?
Yeah.
Obviously next to King Taco. Yes, everybody knows God. King Taco. So are you getting a lot of foot traffic?
Well, I mean, we just opened the same day that we opened. We had to close. So
that's right. That is right. Yeah.
So I mean, I only had my clientele that came in that one day, and I was full that one day. So I was happy. And then once I read the news, I was like, darn, we have to close. Yeah. So, I mean, we haven't got to see that yet. So, I mean, I hope when we have a chance to reopen fully, then we have that opportunity to see if that happens.
Yeah. There you go. Mm-hmm. And then, so you had said something earlier about Cut and Shave, we'll see if you still have it after this pandemic thing. So are you
Right.
thinking of maybe closing that thing down,
So,
coming here permanently?
It's been in talks.
Yeah.
It's been in talks. The second shutdown definitely hit us a little hard.
Yeah.
We invested a lot of money into this place because we had a good, income coming from that location. It's been in talks even before we got shut down. We said if we go through another shutdown, I think this is it for Cut and Shave. We have a lot of clients. Like I said, we've been there. We're a month shy of our 7th year. We have a lot of followers. We have a lot of people, local people that live right across the street. But it is in talks, and we have to make our decision pretty soon.
Yeah.
We're leaning more towards, we might shut it down, bring everybody this way. This is a very big place. It's a prime location.
Right.
We're surrounded by, like you said, King Taco is the main one. We have Morgan Park. We're close to the freeways. So yeah, I think Cut and Shave is gonna come to an end pretty soon.
I think it's important to say also that it's not that far from Cut and Shave.
It's not.
No.
It really is a
not.
walk. I mean, it's not a. It's a what 10-minute, 15-minute walk, if that. Yeah.
Probably.
If you power walk,
I want
maybe
to say
even
less
8.
than half a mile.
Yeah,
I
it's
want to
not.
say less than
It's
half
not.
a
It's
mile.
it's past the tracks and then a hop, skip, and a
It
jump.
wouldn't be that hard to find.
Yeah.
Especially like you said, King Taco's right next door.
Right.
So
Yeah.
everything would be perfect.
Now I think it's fair to say that we talked before you even had this. You were just talking about maybe
Right.
buying this place,
Right.
opening this place, and you said, if it works, we may just close this one down, and
Right.
we don't know yet. But you said that you definitely want to do as much as you can to keep that one open.
Right.
But due to the pandemic, I know it just kind of hit you hard, and I
Right.
didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry, but it did kind of hit you hard. What they didn't see, the audience didn't see, but they didn't see. It did, it hit you hard, and
Right.
it's a struggle, But like I said, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like we talked about it earlier. When you walked in here, you just feel better. you know?
Yes.
And I'm starting to now sitting here for about an hour. I've been here a little over an hour. I'm starting to feel it.
Right.
And it's a little bit more nice. Maybe it was the old place that used to be, the spirits.
I
But
think so, man. No, I think it's you're in a small, tight space.
yeah,
Everybody's listening to your conversation. You're listening to their conversation. People are answering for you. Like we were all just always constantly on top of each other. Like. Somebody was having a conversation with you, and then this person answered for that barber. You know what I mean? So it's like,
nothing personal.
hello, like, why are you listening to our conversation?
right.
We were on a very small space, and we have so much space here. The other day, we were like, dude, like he was talking to my husband over here, and I was putting some stuff away on this side, and I couldn't even hear what they're saying. So I'm like, I think this is gonna be very successful. I think this is gonna be, I see a good future here.
Yeah.
I see a really good future here.
Mm-hmm.
Less tension, less stress, less bad, more good.
Yeah.
So
No,
a lot of potential. Here.
I see it. I feel it. I see it. I told you if you have enough room, maybe you should even create like a little stage. Have people doing like a little improv comedians come in here, a band, like it's
podcast.
Demos.
a podcast.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Well, I see you got a bunch of rooms back there that I could probably rent. Now. But no, but think about it. You get anybody that does hair or nails or something that can take over that thing. But there's a lot of potential, like you said, a lot of potential. And then the location, you can't beat it. Everybody talks about it, right? When you buy a house or you build a business, it's location.
Right.
You can't say anything about this location other than that big ass tree in the way.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But
it provides shade. It provides
yeah.
shade. So, but no, we'll find a way to be visible. Beyond that tree. So.
No,
we're excited.
I'm super excited to see what you guys are gonna do with it. I can't wait. I mean, hopefully this thing's done and over with. By the end of this year, at least. It doesn't seem like
Hopefully.
it, because But if it does, I can't wait. Hopefully you guys have your grand opening. And if I can, whatever I can do to help out, and if I can come in and do a live or something, that'd be cool. We'll do something. But yeah, man, I wish you guys the best.
Thank you.
I thank you for coming on and allowing me to come on to your place.
Thank you for having us.
No, like this is what you're doing here is amazing because you're giving us a voice. You're giving us a platform. You have a platform for everybody.
Yeah.
You've done a lot for small businesses, so.
And for that, we're grateful.
And we're very grateful for that. A lot of people don't know that we're down here now, so hopefully with this, they're gonna know.
Oh yeah.
Where to find us now.
No, and feel free to rip it, take it, use it, whatever. I don't care. Abuse it. Just tag me on it.
Huh.
No, but anyways, Again, appreciate you guys. I wish you guys the best of luck. If there's anything that you guys want to close out the show with, please do. Any announcements, anything that you guys want to say. Shout out your Instagrams or now for Cut and Shave, maybe your own personal ones.
So you guys want to get a hold of any of us, Oscar or myself, you guys can reach out to us at the Notorious House of Fades 2020. That's our Instagram. Or you could just look up Vicky or Oscar. The barber. Vicky 2123. We're taking appointments. We're here every single day now that we're allowed to open outside. Yes. We'll be cutting right in the front. So we do encourage appointments only. So we do as much as we can, though, you know, to accommodate everybody. And we hope that everybody doesn't take anything personal. Yeah. You know, we ask you to wear a mask. We ask you to make an appointment for our safety and as well as everybody else.
There you go.
So we hope to see you guys soon.
There you have it. Notorious House of Fades is signing off here on Talking Again podcast with Vicky and Oscar and Fidel Avendano Jr. We're out.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Another episode of Talking Again podcast is in the books. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay up to date. If you enjoyed the show, please tell your friends and family so you can share the experience. Now, it's time to close out the tap.